Nick fans, yo, we coming hard.
Times of Nick's real talk, newest question is the vibe. It's the truest God, Nick consumers, cause we outside. And I'm on the blue skies, that's Saturday night, we live like a wire. Cause we came to set the empire on fire. Fire to tip up, our feet tapping in the streets of Manhattan. We keeping the action, we leading up to Nick's the heat, getting it cracking. We on that Friday night, Nick shit, we tripping the Nick trip. Whipping the whip like an Uber driver, Nick, you two with me live. It's the brand, you understand how we do, my man. We say true to the brand, but we stand on business for the big fam. It's game time, we in the world most famous and real. It's about to lock a team up, athletes serving just like a subpoena. You know the demeanor, Nick fans feeling real giddy and litty. To the New York City, gritty to maybe to the city by 50. I'm about to get me a nice flight with the smart water on ice. I play the water with my smart device. Well, he is so smart, the life in the city so nice. They made it twice. We get a poppin' and an apple rock. At the whole about the pop and stop it on the Apple Rocket. If you still talk, team streaming on YouTube.com. But you do the good news, we spot on, dropping the bomb. But the cop, we got a spot, so dropping some of the hottest Nick content that's up in your head. Enough said, you know it's us dead up the garden. We about to get their bag. We'll fly a cab to fly back to the triad with jet lag.
Nick's real talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here. Nick's real talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute. Nick's Real Talk. It's the post game, man. It's a wrap. We in the building, man. Go over the Nick game from last night. That 110-99 loss against the Golden State Warriors. Man, we're gonna talk about that, break down the team stats, all that good stuff. When you get into it, get it popping. But let me bring my partner, crime, and building Sharp Howard. What's good, my brother?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. This is a recap, man. Last night, Nick fought, scrapped pretty hard, but they couldn't get it done last night, man. They fell short to the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, 31 points. He was lighting them up out of there, man. They fought. They was in there for a while. Started off real bad last night, ladies and gentlemen. We did not score in that first quarter. Damn near the end of the first quarter, and then they found a way to start getting some buckets, man. But they fought hard. They just didn't have enough to close that thing out, man. And that's just what it boiled down to. And hopefully they live to fight another day. But let me say salute to the chat. That's where it's at. JJ, what's good, my man? Darren, man. Daniel Barry, what's good, my brother? To everybody, man. Like I said, I know it's a quiet night, Friday night in New York, man. So we just got to go out there and try to, win some games eventually, man. But right now, like I said, it was a pretty tough loss last night, man. They had it and they didn't have it. Our whole starting lineup was in a minus last night. It was just tough, man. But they fought, though. They scrapped before. They kept trying to get in the game. But when you're down on firepower that we miss in shot power, it's just hard to compete against these teams when they got all they superstars and they stars and we don't have the guy that's considered our stars and our superstars. We wind up fighting real hard, scrapping, competing, but then we wind up coming up short, man, because it's just hard it's hard to compete against these teams when you decimate like we are. I'm not trying to make excuses, but facts is facts. Without these guys, we can't do it. Hey, cutie. Hi. Yeah, man. But hey, man, there you go. And we got another groom. We got another Nick groomer. We groomer to be another Nick fan in the building. Shop Powers, Lisa's in the building, looking all pretty and lovely on the screen. Salute to her, real talk. Salute to everybody. Mike Vick, my man. Saluting everybody, man. But Shop Powers is just one of them nights, man. We just didn't have enough firepower to get it done.
Yeah, we started off slow that night. Letting them get to a big lead. And we had to try to chip away at the lead all night. And, that's a tough track back trying to catch back up and get the lead and then contain the get above even and, keep the even. So it's no game that I can say that I really can say this year, maybe one or two that the Knicks really just got demolished. And we were in this game just like all the last couple of games. The big thing that we talked about in the background about all the guys being in the negatives, that net positive. That net negative was bad that game. And we just didn't have a couple. We just didn't have a couple of guys that shot the basket. That's all. DiVincenzo was 2 of 2,000. He was shooting them. He was putting them up. He was putting them up, but he just wasn't knocking them down. And we didn't get real production from Precious Achua or Hardenstein, that could really help us out. So we live to fight another day. Next man up, and we got some reinforcements coming back within the next 6 to 10 days.
Yeah, facts. You know what was tough for me when I was watching the game last night? You could see why you miss guys like Anunoby because of what Kuminga was doing, you know what I mean, or things like that, or Julius Randle when Jalen Brunson, when he didn't have it going maybe at a certain time. Normally, if you got Julius Randle, then you don't worry about that, you know what I mean, and I do believe that that to me was a difference maker. If we would have had Anunoby alone last night, that game probably would have went the other way, knowing that he could have guarded Kuminga because of his size and his skill set on the defense side of the ball. We probably could have had a better chance, even if he was there last night. So, overall, the Cat fought, man. You can't say enough about the Knicks. They came up short at the end, but I think they got a lot to do with just not having a lot of guys out there who can do the things they need to do when maybe you try to take Jalen Brunson out the game a little bit, or you make it hard on him. And Moses Moody kind of did that last night. He was putting a lot of pressure on him. I mean, Jalen Brunson still scored 27, but it was a minus 14, 27. So they had a game plan, and now we understand how important Julius Randle is to us to take that pressure off of him when they trying to double team him and all that good stuff. And so it is what it is. But I definitely think we missed Anunoby last night. To me, I think he could have made a difference on Jonathan Kuminga last night, and that was the one guy that other than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson who was knocking down some shots from out there. But overall, I'm not mad because we competed. And that's all you can add for it. Deuce McBride came out, played well. Our whole second unit was in the plus minus and the plus. Our whole starting unit was in a negative when it comes to plus minus. So that goes to show you how the game went. And our bench held it down a little bit, man. And salute to them guys, man. They came out there and played. And not so much from a point set, but I think Deuce McBride had one of the better games. And Jericho Sims had a good game too. And so salute to them guys for stepping up when we need them to. But overall, it's gonna be like this until we get some pieces back to our power. And like you said, hopefully we got some reinforcement coming in the next week or two, and things might change me up. But stay optimistic, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, because everything that we're losing now, we won't be losing later. But I'm glad we kind of take the L's now, than later on when all these guys get back. So I'm still on my same giddiness about the Knicks, man. I know we're gonna be a problem when everybody get back. I think now that we know Julius Randle will be back, we know Anunoby will be back. That alone gives me encouragement. Even if we don't get Mitchell Robinson back to the playoffs. But just to know that we getting them two guys back sometime in March, it makes me feel a little better, because that means that, it's going to be nights like last night that we win that game. Them two dudes was here. And a lot of the other games that we lost, if them two dudes was in the building. So not to say that we can't win without them, but it's harder to win without them. We still can win. We won in Detroit that night, and against Detroit, I meant to say, but it's harder to win without an all-star, all-NBA, and one of the top 5, 10 defense players in the game, pretty much at that position anyway. So I think that's just what was going to happen, Chop House. But it is what it is, man. We lost, and we move on to the next one.
Yeah, that's a fact, Divine. We just, like you said, man, we just gotta wait for reinforcements. Certain games that I just watched, if we would have had one of our guys back, could have changed the perspective of who won the game that night. One game I seen, if we would have had Julius Randle in there, I think we would have won. One game, if we had last night, we would have had OG out there, like you said, against maybe a Kuminga or something like that, could have changed the way the game shaped out. So we just got to get some guys back and get back more acclimated into playing basketball. And I'm glad that they're kind of coming back a little bit and enough time where they can get on the court and get back into the groove of everything. I think the last game of the year is April 14th or something like that. And we got a chance to really go on a nice little run once we get a couple of the guys back. You know what I mean? And then we have to start. As a content creator now, I pay attention to the stats. I mean, to the standings right now, and I'm just looking to see a good way of us moving on into the standings and who we match up with and who we could match up with in the future.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what's encouraging to me is that, we lost last night, but the good thing last night, ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Heat lost. You know what I mean, in Denver. So that was, they didn't gain no ground on us last night. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? If we lose and some other team losing, what that tells me a lot of other teams losing, they're more healthy than we are. So
right.
it's really, I take these L's right now because it's all a learning process. They take the L and then you move on and learn from what you went through last night and move on, take it forward to the next game. But I know definitely sometime next week, like I said, the reinforcement will hopefully be back in the building. Like we were saying earlier, Anunoby, he's on the court. He can't take the physical contact, but he can shoot and do all the other things. So that's good. So probably by sometime Monday, he probably be able to take a little physical contact, or Tuesday, whatever, and hope by the end of the week, he can get up in here. So I'm glad that like I said, I hear these guys are coming back. We got reinforcements coming back. The Calvary be back. But other than that, Deuce McBride, he's really impressing me, ladies and gentlemen. The Cat really had a really good impact on that game last night. When I think I text shot, it was 89-84. We had got to 5. He took Deuce McBride up. That thing went right back up to 11 or 12. That fast. Then he had to put him back in, obviously. But I think Deuce McBride, I think you got to find a way to keep him on the floor because it's not even so much about his offense. His defense has a major impact on when the Knicks is playing. So I only can imagine when Anunoby get back, then you got him and Harden and Anunoby, these guys defending people out there. I'm really I'm proud of the way that young man is playing, man. And he waited his turn. He stayed patient, and it's starting to pay dividends, and I'm happy to see that, man. So salute to Deuce McBride. Jericho Sims played a pretty decent game last night, man. He had 10 points, 5 rebounds. So he was out there trying to do the damn thing. But like I said, Steph Curry hitting it from deep, knocking them down like that. They was out hustling us a little bit more last night. Draymond Green, him and them guys, Kuminga, they all, and Moody and them, they was playing it last night, man. So you got to give them credit. They held us 99 points. But like I said, we live to fight another day, man, and keep it moving. But overall, man, what do you think? You think we're going to be all right moving forward within the next 5 or 10 games? What's your thoughts on that, Shaw?
Yeah, Divine, man. The biggest thing, man, is just to get healthy. I mean, the biggest thing is to get healthy, get these guys back. Projected dates somewhere around I was trying to get some dates out there that I really wanted the guys to come back, but I think I wanted, well, at least I was kind of right, because today they did mention something about OG Anunoby. I said March 1st, and maybe he'd be back the 3rd, but it looks like Anunoby will probably be back around the 10th or the 12th against the 76ers. We'll probably get Julius Randle maybe around the 21st against Denver, or the 23rd against Brooklyn. And Mitchell Robinson will probably be somewhere around the 25th or the 27th, either against Detroit or against Toronto. So, and then if we're looking at the 27th, there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games with Mitchell Robinson being back on the court. 10, 11 games with Mitchell Robinson being back on the court. That should shake off a lot of his rust. And by then we'll have OG and Randall back already 5 or 6 games in, 6, 7 games in, maybe even like 9, 10, 8 to 10 games in. You know what I mean? So that'll have us, OG back doing what he was doing before. Randall trying to augment his game a little bit from being so much aggressive on the defensive on the offensive end, and not going down banging so hard and doing some things, maybe augmenting his game a little bit by developing that mid-range game that he had 2 years ago but never stopped using it. It was either the bully ball all the way down to the hole or shoot the 3-point. Maybe he can augment his game and shoot that mid-range jumper now, so he doesn't have to go into the paint as much. And hopefully with the other guys helping him out, they can help him rebound the basketball as well. And now I know Julius Randle is going to go down there. He's going to try to play basketball like he's been playing basketball. I know he's going to want to get down there and grab rebounds. But for now, for now, just go down there, get a rebound. You ain't got to go down there and get 11 rebounds tonight. If you get 7 rebounds tonight, you ain't got to score 25 points tonight. You can score 18 points on good field goal percentage. You can go down there, and now instead of getting 5 assists or 4 or 5 assists, now you can try to get 7-9 assists. You know what I mean? Because now you have guys in their spots. You're going to draw the double team. The kickouts are going to be awesome. You know, you might see a better shooting when Randall comes back, because now players don't have to rush their shots. I mean, they'll have more open shots, and then you'll start seeing our offense making those screen passes like they were doing 10 and 11 games ago. So I'm just waiting for all these guys to come back, man. The biggest thing is for us to get one of the guys back. Then right after the next one, one shoe drops, then the next shoe drops. And then after both shoes drop, then you get some new laces, and you just lace them up and try to track your way all the way through into the playoffs.
Yeah, real talk. And man, you know, I look at it like this here, and I understand how the chat feeling. Let's talk about, like Darren said, Bogey and Brooks need to step up, and they do. You know, and they was having a good season, like I said. You know, and people got to remember, that's why even last night I said to the team, they should have started Bogdan last night. That offense wouldn't have went like that in the first quarter. Because see, what they did was they put the pressure on DiVincenzo and Jalen Brunson, because they know Achua's not a scorer. Josh Hart, he can get, because he's not a scorer, and obviously Hartenstein not a scorer. So that's why I was saying last night, against them guys, you might need to throw Bogdan in there and let Achua come off the bench, at least that night, because you see what happened in that first quarter. Knicks did not score till about, like, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, 5-6 minutes in.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe they need to, you know, and that's why I was going on the pregame, because I kind of know how the Warriors get down. I know what Draymond Green could do, you know, and I think if the Knicks would have put Bogdan in, that would have stretched Draymond Green out to the perimeter. You know what I mean? And, you know, he's one of the best defenders in the game, man. And I think that really reared his ugly head last night, that he was able to keep Achua, put the body on him aggressively, push the ball. So, but, you know, that's not the reason why we lost. I would love to have seen that last night, because I think we would have had a better shot at them guys if he would have started. And like JJ said, you can't start 3 non-scorers. That's facts. You know what I mean? You got to have somebody who can put the ball in the bucket against a championship team like that, who got an offense and defense DNA out there. And it showed. It showed, because, like I said, until Brunson got going, Chenzo, he was hitting and missing, but, you know, he put a good effort in. I think he was getting whacked too many times last night. I think the refs got to do a better job when it comes to Jalen Brunson. These guys, they are getting hammered out there, man. Some of the calls that one Kaminga laid his body to Jalen Brunson. How can you not see that was a foul?
Yeah, that definitely was a charge.
Yeah,
and this is another thing to reiterate right over what you said about Julius going into the hole and playing basketball in the hole. Now, I'm not saying that Draymond is a dirty player. I'm not trying to imply that, but you do see Draymond always hitting somebody, right? You know what I mean? And it looks to me intentional. And that shot that he gave to Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo last night, to me, it looked like he looked right at him and he came down and hit him. And that's what I don't want to happen to Julius Randle, because you got some players that don't want it to make it seem like it's intentional, but they do it intentionally.
Yeah. And you're right. Andrew, he is a strong dude, but he does do that a certain way. He do it in the process of his whole, like when he go for a rebound, when he come down, he know that he can put his force behind it, because it's all in motion. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that one against DiVincenzo, like, the reason why I said that, the way he went up for that rebound, the ball was nowhere near where that arm came down at. You know what I mean, Shot Power? That's why I was like, man, this cat, he be getting away with some good stuff, but not making no excuses. But that cat do hit. He do certain things that make you question whether is it on a borderline of flagrant or whatever the case may be. So, but, you know, it is what it is. That's not the reason why we lost, but he does do that. But I do think the rest, you know, the last couple of games, man, they got to find a way to honor the Knicks. Just like, you know, it seems like everybody beat up on the Knicks. So even now, like, whether it's the media, but now the refs got that in mind, like, oh, it's the Knicks. You know, now I don't think that's fair. And I never question the refs, because they got a hard ass job. Don't get me wrong. But in some games, you can't say because it's a contact sport, Jalen Brunson be getting fouled, whether you like it or not. The man is getting fouled. You know, you can say that because he initiated. It doesn't matter if he initiated, but if the dude foul him he fouled him, and Jalen Brunson is a bully ball type player, and they got to recognize that. Like, you can't penalize Jalen Brunson because he go hard because he's short, Shot Powers. You know what I mean? That's why I think the refs messed up. Because that was a big dude like that, he would be getting them calls. But so he's so short, they probably think like he doing that because he ain't got no other way to score. No, he the cat just that's what he do. And I think they got to do a better job of protecting Jalen Brunson, man, because Jalen Brunson is right now, if it wasn't for the injury, would be in the MVP conversation. He's scoring up there, he's winning up there and everything. So you got to treat him like you treat the other superstars in the league because he's playing like a superstar. And I think they got to do a better job in that. And I think hopefully when the playoffs come, Todd Thibodeau them take a couple of technical fouls or get a $25,000, $30,000 fine. I don't get 50 and say, you know what, let James Dolan pay it. But you might have to get in their butt one time. You know what I mean? Because they got to treat Jalen Brunson. And I think he will get it as time go on. They know he's not a superstar yet, at least in their eyes. But I bet you after this year he'll get them calls, especially if the Knicks go deep. So. And that's my only trepidation with the rest, man. Like I said, they got a hard job, man. They need to try to coach basketball with the way they play in the NBA right now. But it is what it is. But other than that, man, I'm not too concerned about this thing. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, just try not to jump off the ship yet. And we good. Don't jump off the ship. We good. I'm telling you, because I know how we are when we fully loaded. I know how this team was playing when Anunoby got here and Randall was here. My only thing was waiting for Mitchell Robinson to play with Anunoby. But when Anunoby got here, Randall was playing well before he got injured in Miami. This was busting everybody up. They was busting cats up. You know what I mean? They was beating the creme de la creme teams by 30. Beat Philly by 30. Beat Milwaukee by 30. Beat the Nuggets by 30. They were stomping jokers. You know what I mean? So I think we're gonna still get that same thing. When they get back, because I do believe, Shop House. I'm gonna pass it to you. If the Knicks thought that they wasn't coming back, they wouldn't even let Hartenstein play. They probably would have went the other way. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I know we're not going to be able to do nothing. I'm going to rest Jalen Brunson a little bit. We're not going nowhere, so we're not going to put all the pressure on Jalen Brunson. But I do believe they knew that these guys was coming back, and that's why they haven't did nothing where it's like we're going to fold the season. And I think they're going to be ready to go, man, when these guys get back. I'm excited about it, man. I just can't wait till they get back. But I'm excited for and anticipating for them to get back for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest ticket right there, you know what I mean? And we see how things work out, you know what I mean? Because once we get the guys back, they haven't really played. I can't say they haven't played basketball, but they have been doing a lot of calisthenics. And the one thing that the one thing that I could say, Anunoby might not develop his shot back right away, that 3-point shot. He may look a little horrible at times, but one thing that I do know, when he gets back on the court, he is going to be back to that defensive juggernaut that we've been missing. You know what I mean? So, you got to stay with the yin from the yang. You know what I mean? So, and like I say, we're gonna start getting players back and get them a little bit acclimated. And I'm just waiting for the last, that West Coast swing that we go out, the last West Coast swing that we go out, and we can make a wing dinger out there where you can win about 7, 8, 9 games in a row. I see a nice little run and I'm being just a straight homer on a lot of the next couple of games that I see, but especially after we start getting OG back, and then we get Mitchell, then we get Randall back probably that next week right after Anunoby, and the week right after that we'll probably see or hear something about Mitchell Robinson coming back on the team and stuff like that. So I'm just staying optimistic, waiting for our guys to get back. And I'm really truthfully waiting for Randall and Anunoby to come back. You know what I mean? And because we didn't have Mitch in February. I mean, we didn't have Mitch in January. You know what I mean? We didn't have Mitch. We had Mitch in this when he went out. I think he went out in December. We had him. The early part of December. He wasn't there around Christmas, so we haven't had Mitch in a couple of months. So I can wait for him to come back and bring him on slowly. But I do hope that he comes back around the end of the month. They kept saying the end of the month, so I try to put it towards a game. I think I said around the 27th. I think that's around Toronto or the game before that, Detroit. I think he'll probably be back around that time too. So let's get him back on the court, get that burn in his chest. Mitchell Robinson is the one that we have to worry about because he hasn't been doing no cardio. Mm-hmm. And I mean, he has been probably lifting trucks and tankers. You know what I mean? He's probably lifted everything in the world. He probably could lift everything. You I mean, his shoulders is probably gonna be so full when he comes back. But it's not his upper body is not the problem. It's his lower body. It's his ankle and his leg. So he has to get on the court, get that feeling going on. I hope he get a pair of good high top sneakers with some support and some ace bandages, not ace bandages. That's old school. They got some new things that you put in there, that K tape in there, and all these other things that you can wrap around the ankle to support the ankle and the leg and all the foot things. Wrap that foot up real good, and every game go out there and play. Play at your hardest. But he will come back and probably play 16, 18 points a minute or something like that. Just like when OG comes back, he's probably not going to come back and play 42 minutes. Randall's not going to come back and play 38 minutes. They're going to, not quasi minute watching. They're not going to do minute restrictions. It's not going to be said that they are, but they're probably going to be on somewhat of a minute. But just them being out on the court to substitute for the guys that are on the court now, so they could go back to the second unit and could give everybody some rest. And this way, when they go down, this is the best thing about having this many players right now with this 10, 11-man rotation right now. Well, you say 9, 10, 11, this 11-man rotation or so. It has a chance to give a lot of quality minutes to rest on the bench and to get the 5 men that you want in that fourth quarter, and with a lot of minutes where they can play the majority of that whole fourth quarter. So this is going to be the perfect breakdown to a scenario that we just have to wait till these guys come back.
Yeah, facts. Hey, salute my man Danny, salute to the chat, man. Knicks and Knights was good, my brother Pudge. Peace to the God of La Wide. Nas was good, my man JJ, AP, John McDonald, salute to everybody in the chat. Hey, JJ, just by you mentioning that, that's what I was about to throw that up there next. Right now, if you look, the Pelicans is beating the Pacers in New Orleans by 16 in the first quarter. And I think as it's going up more, I think the Pacers definitely lose that game, because Pacers, they good at home, but they don't have a good enough defense to be to maintain. So I know they're going to take that L. But look at the Hornets. The Hornets, they battling with the 76ers. They probably lose it, but they in Philly in this 78-76 right there. So like you said, if Indiana and Philly can take a loss tonight, then we good. You know what I mean? And though the Bucks probably win, Cleveland probably won. They up 17 on the Pistons. Maybe Pistons might come back later on in the game. Who knows, and everything like that. But then you got the Bulls and the Bucks tonight. So I think for that fourth seed, I still think we're gonna be there. I'm not worried about the Knicks. I think because, like I said, if we lose and they lose, it don't matter. So like I said, if the Pacers lose tonight, then you know what? They don't pick up. We pick up a half a game on them, or we get back a half a game that we lost the other night. So I do think that right now the Pacers is 34-26. If they lose,
they're in ninth place, ain't they?
They're seventh now.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now they 34-20. If they lose tonight, they go to 27 games. And if Philly lose tonight, they go to 27 games. So we got about we got a game on Philly, and obviously we got a game and a half. A game on the Pacers, but Pacers probably losing tonight. That gets it to a game and a half. The Bucks lose to the Bulls tonight, which can happen. Then they get down to 22 losses. So I think we got 22 games left. I think me and Shaw talked about it. Was 17? What we said, 15-7. Hopefully we get 15-7. To get you. I think 15-7 to keep us in that 4th spot and stuff like that. So. We just got to keep grinding, man, and just try to win some games. And tomorrow, obviously, the Heat and the Jazz, that's about the only game I can see the Heat might gain the game on us there. Then, like Sunday, I think a lot of now here's the thing I'm having. Even if Philly win tonight, but they got Dallas in Dallas, that's an L right there without no L&B. And then the next game, Knicks and Cavaliers that day. Then you got the Spurs and Wembanyama and them. Don't sleep on that game, Pacers and the Spurs, because the Spurs just beat SGA in them last night. When Wembanyama was smacking that shit all around the court last night. So that the Pacers still could take an L there. I think the Pacers take an L. Believe it or not, I think Spurs win that game. I really do. Because like I said, they beat them boy pretty good last night, the OKC Thunder. Then obviously I think the Mavericks beat the 76ers. So I think we get them games back. If they lose or we lose that day, then we don't gain no ground. We don't lose no ground. And then I think going in the next week, and then I think we start really seeing the guys get ready to ramp it up to get back from the injuries. Then we play the Hawks at the Garden. I think the Sixers will lose to the Nets on Tuesday. Heat and Pistons, Cavaliers, and the Celtics, ladies and gentlemen, on Tuesday as well. And the Pacers play the Mavericks in Dallas. I think that's an L. So I think we find, to me, Shop Howard, I think we'll stay where we at. And then, like you said, by the 8th, sometime that week, you got the Grizzlies and the 76ers, Warriors and the Bucks, Hawks and the Cavaliers. They've been playing good even without Trae Young. So we still got a chance to not lose that much ground. But obviously, the Magic probably win that game. Let's just say on the 8th, I'm going to take this to the 8th, then we switch it up. Then you got the Pacers and the Timberwolves. That could be an L for, even though they play in Indiana, but that's the Timberwolves. Then the Heat got the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas. That could be a Heat loss possibility. You know what I mean? And the Nuggets, so on. I guess we ain't gonna worry about the stuff. They already got that division wrapped up to me. So, and then on the 8th, if anybody come out on the 8th, the Sixers got the Pelicans. The Magic, we got the Magic. You know what I mean? So Cavaliers got the Timberwolves. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Heat got the Thunder in OKC. So I say all that to say that I do think that we still got a chance to tread water a little bit, Shop Powers, and let a couple of teams lose here and there, and I think we'd be okay. I really do, man. So I'm hoping that it can stay that way until we get some guys back. It's gonna be tough, man. This you can't underestimate the impact of the guys that we got going out. But because of that, I looked at the schedule and the way the other guys is playing, we got a chance to not lose too much ground. And I think we still can stay in that 4th seed till these guys get back for sure. Salute to the chat. Andrew, JJ, Queen, what's good? Steph, what's good, sister? Dope Souls Talk in the building. You already know what it is, man. Salute to the sister. Appreciate you coming in. And everybody else, man. Let's get it, man. But yeah, Shop Power, we just got to tread water, man. It ain't gonna be easy, but I think once our team, we get a couple of guys back, let's go get it. I think we still be where we need to be at.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Devon. We just need to get back some guys. You know what I mean? At least the 2 guys. You know what I mean? Mitch will probably be towards the end of the month, 20 something or something like that. But we get we just need to get healthy. That's the if you listen to anybody else, if you're talking to Knicks fans, if you're in the chat or anything, everybody is almost saying the same rhetoric, that we just need to get healthy. And right now we need to get healthy, and that is the bottom line. And once we get one of the guys back, it's going to make a big impact, because now we're going to have more help in the second unit. Then when we get another guy back, coming back, we're going to have some more help into the second unit. So this 9-man rotation goes into an easy 11-man rotation. And I seen in the chat that people were talking about Bogdan and Alec Burks and stuff like that. And who knows when Julius Randle, OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson come back? Who's to say that these guys won't be semi situational players? You know what I mean? And I think for me, I hope that Tom Thibodeau, when these guys do come back, that he doesn't leave out Burks and Bogdan. You know what I mean? He needs to have them in there to save some minutes for Julius and OG. You know what I mean? So they can rest. You know what I mean? Put them on the bench and let them sit and rest and watch the game develop. So this way, now you can play them the last 4 minutes of the third quarter and 8-9 minutes in the fourth quarter, something like that. So, it's just all about how he go ahead, Devon.
No. Go ahead. No. I want to talk to you about the Pudge Knights. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. And that's the bottom line right there, man. Just get together, get back healthy, and really square away, you know what I mean? Because, watching Alec Burks last night, yeesh, you know what I mean? Bogdan, he did come out and do some things last night, but he's a little better defender than Fournier, but not much. You know what I mean? But the thing about him is when he gets hot, he goes super microwave on you. You know what I mean? And that's what we haven't seen, because he's playing minutes that he shouldn't be playing right now. You know what I mean? He's playing extended minutes right now. Bogdan and Alec Burks came over here to me, I believe, came to play 12 to 17 minutes a night. max. You know what I mean? Just to give OG some time, just to give Randall some time, just to substitute all those forwards so they could all get a little bit of rest time, giving Josh Hart some time to sit down. Just to give a little bit of rest to these guys so they could be more amped up in that going into the third quarter and finalizing the fourth quarter minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Real question. Hey, Pud, I'm gonna hit you up in the YouTube comments after the show, and I send that to you too in the YouTube comments after the show is over. For security reasons, I have to do that. But I get that to you after the show. Hit the YouTube comments, my man. And I get that to you. Real talk. But you know what? For me, Shop Powers, what Bogdan and Allenberg's going. Here's what's interesting about last night. Them cats was plus. They was in the plus last night. Like Bogdan, Alex Burks, Jericho Sims, and Deuce McBride were the only cats in the plus last night for Knicks. I think I say all that to say that, you know what? I think hopefully when we get some guys back who can help, who can cover their weaknesses, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, like when we got Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson, they can cover Julius Randle's weakness on defense sometimes. And y'all know sometimes one of our better players, sometimes he can get lackadaisical on the defense, but you got guys like that who can cover their weaknesses. And I think once we get healthy, then you got Achua back in the second unit. You got Josh Hart back in the second unit. I think Bogdan would be all right and with Deuce McBride and all these guys, because you got guys who can help cover for them. But right now, our defense is just not our defense without the guys that we're missing. And not only that, with guys playing L'd up, like Hartenstein is really not playing Hartenstein basketball for us right now. He's giving the effort out there. He's giving the effort out there, but he's not the Hartenstein what we've seen gathering 18 rebounds or 13 rebounds, 10, 11 points when Mitch went down, because his Achilles has affected him too. Now, I think this is really about a team that's so banged up, and it happens. It happens to a lot of teams, but for ours, man, we are just straight up just decimated, and even I truly believe Jalen Brunson is playing banged up, not injured, but banged up. You know what I mean? Because he got a lot of pressure on him. And after that game last night, between the Detroit game, the Pistons game, and the game last night, them cats been taking some nicks and bruises. Superman Tone Crow, but they've been taking nicks and bruises all week, man. So I'm hoping that these cats can just get healthy, man. And I'm glad they had a day off today. I'm glad they got a day off tomorrow. The next day, and they can kind of rest their bones, get in the hot tub, cold tub, whatever they need to do to get them muscles. And not only that, think about how many games we played in the last 4 or 5 games. We played 3 games or 5 nights or something like that. One back to back, and then play the game after against these guys. So I think they're glad to get these 2 days off. It's definitely needed. The way they've been playing. But I'd like to make no excuse for them, but they just gotta tread water, man, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we can say. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, don't jump off the train yet. We still gonna be okay. I really believe that. And we got enough to when our boy to get back, because we got to remember how they were before they got to this injured situation, and not say they're gonna come back fully healthy. But I'll take a 75% Randall over a lot of players in the NBA. Should I take a 75% Anunoby over a lot of players in the NBA? You know what I mean? So I think we'll be okay in that aspect. And if Mitch don't get back to the end of the season and be able to be on the playoff roster, then that's more depth. So I think we still be okay. And like I said, after we kind of went down the schedule, Shop Howard, and I was analyzing some of the games that's being played. Like I said, we got a chance to stay afloat, and I think we will. And like I said, the Pelicans right now smashing the Pacers by 22 points at the end of. Listen, this is at the end of 1 quarter. Shop out. At the end of quarter number 1, the Pelicans score 48 points, bro. 48, and that's why I'm not worried about the Indiana Pacers. They can light them up on the opposite side of the ball, but when the playoffs come, that shit slows down. It slows down. The pace slows down, and it get more rugged and more bullyish. You know what I mean? So I think they ain't going. I think they're gonna have to be a little worried about the way they play, especially if they don't get no home court advantage. You know what I mean? They light it up in Indiana with that offense, but when you go up, like I said, right now, they only scored 26 points in the first quarter. They gave up 48 That's tough, man. And the Hornets right now, the Hornets and the Sixers 86 to 84, Sixers by 2 with 35 seconds left in the third quarter. So I think we might be able to get advantage of one of them games. Salute to my man Jay Boogie, the closer. What's good, my brother? Salute. 3 capital S's for my brother. What's good, my man? Salute to you, Jay Boog. Appreciate you coming to the chat. You already know. And yeah, Queen, I think I kind of feel that way. I think he is just that good, man. We missing that dude. And the people who didn't appreciate Julius Randle when he was playing, I bet you appreciate him now.
Right.
Words, boy. Listen, I know he did some bonehead stuff every now and then because because he's so competitive. He wanted to do the best he could for the Knicks. But man, you can't tell me we ain't missing Julius Randle. Real talk. If that cat was there, we still probably fighting with the. If Julius Randle was on here alone, I still think we'd be fighting for the Bucks for the 3rd seed right now. If Julius Randle didn't get injured.
We might have the 3rd seed if Julius Randle was still here, because we didn't have Julius Randle when he got hurt with OG, and we still won a couple of games. So I just want to say, one of these guys coming back. Even last night, you seen that even though they started off slow, they start picking the pace back up. They start playing some more defense. They start getting at it. They couldn't hit the shot, but they had some good shots. They had some good the shots were good shots where they were shooting from. They just wasn't knocking them down. So and if you want to adequate that to tight legs or whatever you want to call it, or whatever you want to say, yeah, okay, but it's just the lack of having other players on the court with you. You know what I mean? And Julius Randle, when he was playing, was averaging about 35 minutes a game. You know what I mean? That makes a difference on the court, because now him getting 35 minutes, that means that Precious Achiuwa only gets about 18 minutes. Somehow he'll figure out to get around 18 to 20 minutes a game. I mean, instead of him playing 40 minutes a game. I mean, that means you won't see Bogdan getting 20, what do you have, like 28 minutes or something like that. One game, last game, or this game that's played, he won't be getting 28 minutes. He'll get about 12, 14 minutes a game, and so on and so forth. So once we get these guys back, the extra minutes that all these guys are getting, DiVincenzo is getting an extra 5-6 minutes on the court because he has no one to give him a blow. You know what I mean? Pause. And so on and so forth. DiVincenzo, Brunson, we won't see Brunson out there, hopefully 35 minutes, because he's playing since yesterday's game something close to 40 minutes a game. So Josh Hart is playing 47 minutes last night. He played almost damn near the whole game. We don't, not that we don't need that, but we won't have to need that. He'll be back around 20 something minutes a game, and in crunch time. So this makes a big difference on us not having the players to substitute, because Tom Thibodeau, as much as I like Tom Thibodeau, sometimes I still have to say, like you said last stream, Divine, if you ain't in that circle of trust of Tibbs, if you ain't in Tibbs' circle of trust, you're not going to get no minutes. And if he ain't trusting you on the court, you might as well just sit there and be, yeah, let's go, Knicks. When they hit a 3-pointer, get up there, do all that three, do all that stuff, because you're not getting on the court unless it's either a major blowout with 3 minutes left in the game, or it's a major vice versa. If it's a blowout one way or the other, then you might see a Toppin in there. You might see a Charlie Brown in there then. But aside from that, you ain't gonna see none of those minutes from those guys. And this is a big thing what I'm saying about watch how I can't wait till we get all the guys back to see how Tom Thibodeau really execute this rotation, because he'll really have his 9-man, or when Mitch comes back, he'll have his 9-man set rotation, and then he has Alec Burks and Bogdan. So that's when you'll see Bogdan and Alec Burks come in as a spark plugs. They'll come in second, third quarter as spark plugs. And you probably won't see them much of a fourth quarter. That's when you'll see the starting unit or whoever's hot in that 9-man rotation will be out there on the court.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all a question, y'all. If I'm gonna look at it from this perspective. Let's say when I don't even use Mitchell Robinson yet. Let's say Anunoby and Randall come back. So obviously it's gonna be Hartenstein, Randall, Anunoby, DiVincenzo, and Jalen Brunson. What do you do in that second unit? Do you go Jericho Sims, Achua, J Hart, I guess Alex Burks and whoever, or do you Sims goes back to being situational and you go pressure Achua, Bogdan, and J Hart?
Once we get I believe once we get Julius Randle and OG back, it'll be Deuce McBride. I think Deuce McBride has showed that he is not. I don't think Tom Thibodeau is going to take any minutes away from him for Alec Burks. Not much, if he takes any. So I think it's going to be Deuce McBride, Josh Hart, maybe Bogdan, with you said without Mitchell Robinson, right? So then you'll probably have Sims. Then you'll probably have Sims in there. And let me see who am I missing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Alec Burks will come in if needed. And I mean, I think because he'll still once OG gets back into the swing of things, you'll see what he does usually. OG will be in the second unit with the second unit, you know, to help them out. I mean, they give him a little scoring and some defense in that second unit. Now you're looking at OG with Sims, OG Sims and Precious Achua, Josh Hart and DiVincenzo. I mean, Josh Hart and Deuce McBride.
You know what? I'm gonna go a little bit different. I can't see the Knicks putting Jericho Sims over Bogdan Bogdanovic. I just don't think the Knicks got enough offense to do that. I can't see the Knicks taking Bogdan out of that second unit, and the only person who can get buckets is Alex Burks. I think Jericho Sims wind up being an odd man out. I think they're going to put pressure to it to fly. They got to put Bogey as a 21-point game scorer. Let's forget about what he's not doing with the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. This man is a 21-point game scorer. You know what I mean? 40% from downtown. I got a feeling Jericho Sims going to go right back because they got a lot of big men like that. They got Pressure Chua. They got Jericho Sims. They got Hartenstein. Shit, Randall can play the 4 or 5 or 5 they need to be. But I don't think they could compensate for Bogey scoring. Other than Randall, Shinzo, Randall, Shinzo, Brunson. He's the next best scorer in that whole team. Best scorer in that whole team. So I don't know if the Knicks going to be like, I don't think they brought him over here to be situational. They could have left his ass over there. I just don't think the Knicks did that. I think Jericho Sims, because we got a lot of big men, going to be that odd man out. And because he like Tibbs trusts Burke. Like I said, you got to, you know, like Tibbs said last night, it wasn't about the scoring, but they got a guy who could also play making and dribble the basketball and keep the ball in his hand. Alex Burks can do that stuff. And I think Tibbs values stuff like that. Not so much of scoring, is that cat can kind of hold on to the ball. He's not a turnover machine. And, you know, so it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know which way they're going to go, but I'm guessing that Jericho Sims might be that odd. Only reason he might be the odd man out because we got a lot of big men. And I just think, you know, and I'm thinking that's what he would do. Who knows? I don't know, but it don't make no sense to bring that man over here dropping 21 all season long. And last year he dropped 20 last year a game. Bogdan last year. This year before he got injured, he was dropping 20 a game. You know, they bought him for a reason. The reason why they bought him over here because we needed that scoring punch off the bench. That's the only reason I think the Knicks get to the Eastern Conference Final as Bogdan and Burks get it popping. Because if not, you know, I just don't think that I don't think the Knicks got enough firepower, I would say, to get that far without them. And I think we know they right now they just trying to find their way. They only been here 7 games, whatever. And I do think when them other guys get back, the pressure won't be on them that much. You know what I mean? Now they got Josh Hart back there with them. They got Pressure Chua back there with them. You know, and obviously Deuce McBride and all that. We'll see, Shop how Tibbs, he got a good problem though. See, and he had depth. You know what I mean? He had a good problem. But I do think, man, some of the gate stuff I seen Bogdan do in our paths to you right quick. I like his aggressiveness. He aggressive. You know what I mean? Even though his shot might not be falling the way you want, like when he might be hit and miss every now and then, but the cat is aggressive. He get into the paint, you know, and the shots is just not falling. That happens. A lot of people's shots don't fall sometime, but I think he's going to pay dividends for the Knicks down the line in the playoffs. And I just think when these guys come back, I think they'd be okay. But it seems worrisome right now because, you know, the Knicks is losing. You know what I mean? But I do hope once these cats get together, you see the best product we can put out there. And I think they're going to be special. I think the Knicks going to be good. And I'm not wavering off these guys, man. I really believe we got a solid team there. It's just that we just got to get healthy. I think that's what it boiled down to. I mean, no other way to say it, really. And I'm going to answer a question. AP, you said, do we like Klay Thompson next year? Klay got a big contract. He ain't the Klay Thompson of old, but he's still Klay Thompson. But that man can light it up, man. You know, I don't know, man. That's a good one because Klay. Would you say Klay Thompson at the way he at in his career right now? How much better is he? How much more could he give us than DiVincenzo giving us shot power at where he at? You know, in his career with the injury that he suffered. I don't know because the money is pretty deep there. I mean, you talking about what?
He's like 34, 35 or so. So he's a little older in the league now.
Okay,
yeah,
he's a free agent. Yeah, that makes sense there. Well, AP, I would entertain it because he's a champion. He's built for that shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, now if he's a free agent, I don't have a problem with the Knicks, you know, seeing what's out there. Because like I said, you're really getting $10 million worth of you getting that for DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo since Randall been down by average 23 a game, you know, something of that nature. So for $10 million, Shinzo on a good contract like that, I don't know if I would want to get somebody over 20 when Shinzo kind of could do what he's doing. But also, you know, and Shinzo got that same type of winning attitude, you know, I would say. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that AP. I didn't realize he was a free agent, but I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have to. I think that's his best shot, AP, because his dad played for the Lakers. You know what I mean? Michael Thompson was a big time Laker. You know what I mean? And that might be where he would to me would be nice to end up in for him to go to the Lakers. He's a West Coast guy. Dad played for the Lakers. You know what I mean? Championship with Magic Johnson and them cats. You know what I mean? So he get to follow his dad's footsteps later on in his career. But you know what? Speaking of the Lakers, shot power, you know what I think the Lakers should do? I'm telling you no lie. I think the Lakers should go out and get LaMelo Ball. They missing that one dude, the Lakers. I think you put LaMelo Ball with LeBron James and AD, Knicks, them cats will win a ring. And he from out there. They missing that quintessential point guard. Yeah, D'Angelo Russell, cool, but I can imagine if my man get up out of Charlotte. Because he a brand type of dude anyway, you know what I mean? And you know, go out to LA with I think that they should try to pull that trigger for the Lakers. And I'm not a Laker fan, but I'm just looking at what I think would be the Lakers would be deadly with LaMelo Ball. That'd be showtime for sure. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, but can you imagine LaMelo Ball and LaMelo Ball and Klay Thompson in the backcourt with LeBron and AD? Oh my goodness, that'd be pretty awesome. I just want to throw that out there because I thought about that the other day when I was like, what the Lakers need to do? They need to go get the cat like that. He said he think LeBron out there. But, you know, other than that, man, listen, we got the game Saturday. I mean, Shop Out Sunday in Cleveland. It's going to be a tough game, obviously, without the horses we have. But we got to go out there and try to scrap and claw and fight, man, and try to get it popping. That's the only thing I can really see happening, that we go out there and try to win that game in Cleveland. I ain't worried about Cleveland. You know, I ain't worried about none of them because now everybody, now that the Knicks is losing Shop Powers, now everybody got it Cleveland over the Knicks. I ain't trying to hear that.
I just think, you know, with these couple of days off, you know what I mean, it's going to make a big, you know, dividend. It's going to bring in a big dividends. Jalen Brunson gets to rest that neck a little bit. Hardenstein gets to rest that leg a little bit. And all the guys playing 40-something minutes get to rest a little bit, you know what I mean, to sit back and relax a little bit. I mean, like I said, man, you know, if it was up to me, the Knicks would win 82 games plus all the playoff games in a row. So, but with that being said, you know, I think the Knicks are going to get out there and be gritty. And I mean, like they always are. Every game, you know, that they play is a gritty game. And but this is a game that I really need for them to win. I really wanted that game last night because I just, you know, I got my beef with Golden State. But this is a conference game right here. We need to try to, you know, if we want to get to third place, if we were, it all depends, you know, we need this win. There's no doubt about it. We just need this win.
Yeah. We do need it, and I think we'll come to play for sure. What you know, that's one thing we're not worried about. The Knicks will come to play. Now, what the results may be with the team we have, We just got to see, but we just got to try to hang in there, man. Because like you said, like your guys said, a loss here and there, we could be all the way down to the 8th spot. You know what I mean? But let's hope that these and speaking of the Pelicans, the pace is down only 15 now. So they trying to make their run back against the Pelicans, and obviously the Sixers they have 9 on the Hornets. But I think the Knicks gonna go out there and play hard. They always get up for the big team, the big games. Games like Cleveland. And, Cleveland looking to come in there and smash the Knicks out anyway after what we did to them. So, but we just gotta be ready for it, man. We gotta be ready, and go hard, man. And but I'm concerned about like the Hartenstein injury up and down. I think if that's going to be a problem, they need to sit that dude and let him get healthy. You know what I mean? Because hey, we losing anyway, so what's the use? But we'll see how it goes, man. I think we go in there and fight hard. When we do the pregame Sunday, we have to see how it goes, man. And I hope the Knicks can really bounce back and get this thing popping, man. Because I'm tired of the losing, man. I'm tired of the losing shot. I mean, like I said, we won that Detroit game, the Pelican game. We went on the energy Tibbs. I was hoping Tibbs would play these young guys just to get them catch some breathing room. Jacob Toppin and them. They can't playing Jacob Toppin that won't hurt them because the other guy is tired anyway. What are you gonna get? I'd rather have some fresh young lads than a bunch of tired old lads because they've been playing all back to backs and playing 48 minutes or 40 whatever. So I think my only trepidation with Tibbs so far right now with the injury thing, at least the last week, is that you should have played them young guys to get them catch up breathing, especially on a back-to-back. That other than that, I don't got too many issues with Tibbs, because our team been winning since he's been here with some half rosters and all that. He's been doing a damn good job, but because he's not perfect, I do got a trepidation about him not playing Jacob Toppin, no guy when we needed to play them because of the minutes we allowed these other guys to put out there and on the injured front. I thought Jacob Toppin could have made a difference with his athleticism against Brandon Ingram and at least trying to alter the shot and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, but we'll see how it goes, man. We just got to win this game. Try to win this game Sunday because, like I said, I think the schedule gets a little better for us in March. But some of these teams like Cleveland, they're gonna have a pretty tough schedule in March. So, let's see how we can find a way to just bounce back and win this thing, man. But I'm looking for a good bounce back game, a hard-fought game. Where it ends up, I can't even tell you. And right now, we got to lean on the L side because Cleveland is the second best team in the East right now. So you got to give them their flowers. You know what I mean? They got to give them their flowers and give them that. And like I said, right now they beaten Pistons by 23 with 9 minutes left, so that game is over. So I think because of our injuries, Cleveland probably in the rearview mirror. I mean, we in the rearview mirror. Cleveland ain't thinking about us right now. But I think we get healthy, we still got a chance to catch Milwaukee. But let's see how Cleveland goes. Cleveland can lose 3 games, right? Next thing you know, they right there where we at. So,
right.
They could lose 3 games right there. They done lost 20. And like I said, they got a tough schedule coming up, and we'll see how it goes, man. We definitely need to depend on other teams to help us out because we injured. But I think we way better than people give us credit for. We just got to see how it goes, brother. So I'm still optimistic about where the season going to take us, ladies and gentlemen. And we just got to go out there and keep scrapping and grinding and all that. And we're going to get out in a few because Shy got to get on the grind tomorrow and work and everything. And I know I got to do my thing as well. We're going to hang in for a couple more minutes and we're going to get up out of here. I know it's a short night. Usually when Knicks lose, nobody want to be in the building. But I appreciate all the true Knicks Real Talk people up in the building with us tonight, man. AP, Knicks Tonight, Johnny, the God of Law, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Kevin Taylor coming up in the building with us tonight, man, just to do the recap, man. It's a wrap. So, Shy, man, what do you think about the next 5 games? What do you think we could do with that?
Next 5 games, I think Cleveland. I as a Knicks fan, I think they're going to win all 5. But they play Cleveland. That's going to be a tough game with no Anunoby back, no Julius Randle back. I think we could beat Atlanta. Another hard game that we're going to have is against Orlando. We owe them one, so I want to win that one. That's going to be a hard game, though. And then we play the 76ers again. Maybe that first 76er game, we may get OG back. That's the 10th. The first game is the 10th, and we have them as a back-to-back. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah, we play them 2 times in a row. So we have them as a back-to-back. So hopefully by that 10th game or the first game against the Philadelphia 76ers, we'll have OG back. Okay. And I think we win that game too.
Yeah. I tell you, if they get past the Cleveland Cavaliers, Knicks win the next 5 games. I think they beat 76 twice. They both in the Garden. I don't think the Sixers could beat us without Joel Embiid, because Dan beat us with Joel Embiid. We beat him by 30 with Joel Embiid one night. So I do think before we go on that, what might be, here's what's interesting to me, and I don't even have a problem with this, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm looking at the Knicks schedule March 3rd, March 5th, March 8th, 10th, and the 12th. I don't have a problem if them guys don't come back until the 14th when we go on the road against go on that West Coast trip.
I hear you.
Yeah. Cause I think even with the way this team is now, I think we could beat the it'd be tough against the Cavaliers. Let's say we lose to the Cavaliers, but I think we could beat the Hawks with the team we got now in New York.
I think so too.
I think we'd beat the Magic in New York, and I think we'd beat the Sixers twice in New York. So if them cats don't come out till we go to March the 14th, when you got the Blazers, we got the Kings, the Warriors, and the Nuggets. And then, then they come back then to give us some more firepower on the West Coast. But I know we will be back by then, I'm quite sure. But before you know it, our power of the season will be over, bro.
Yeah, this year already, it's already March already, man. This year is flying by, man. I thought it was just because it's podcast and we be doing a lot of stuff on the thing, but it's already March, you know what I mean? And before you know, it's going to be the middle of March. By the time OG Anunoby comes back, it's going to probably be around the 12th or the 14th. That's the middle of March. You know, that's the middle of March. And I mean, and the next couple of games after the 76ers win, I think I got us beating Portland. I got us beating Sacramento is going to be a hard game. I think then Anthony Edwards hurt himself or something like that. I think something wrong with his foot or something like that. But I think that's going to be a tough game. Golden State, we owe them one.
Anthony Edwards don't play for the Kings, though.
Who? I mean, who's the guy that hurt himself on Sacramento? Was it? Is that the twin boys? No, not the twin boys.
So you got out there. You have you got De'Aaron Fox out there. Sabonis out there.
De'Aaron Fox. I'm sorry, De'Aaron Fox. I think De'Aaron Fox is hurt. I'm sorry, but I said I don't know why I said Anthony Edwards. I don't know what I was thinking about. I think he's hurt. Okay. I'm not sure how long he's hurt for, but I think I've seen something that he was hurt or something like that. But at any rate, that game we play Sacramento, that's going to be a tough game. We play Golden State again on the 18th. I think I want that win. I want every time we play them, I want to win against them. And then we play a tough game against Denver. Denver's going to be a tough game. And then the next game after that is going to be around the 23rd. That's when we might see, we might see Julius Randle back on the 21st or the 23rd against Denver or against Brooklyn. So I'm optimistic. By then we should have OG should already have played. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 games already. You know what I mean? Before 5 games. So and then Julius Randle comes back maybe the 21st or the 23rd. That's beautiful.
Yeah. I definitely can see. I can see them. One of them coming back on that West Coast trip. I definitely see Anunoby being back before we go out there.
Right. I think he's going to come back one of those Philly games.
You think so? Okay. And so to me, if Anunoby comes back, just his presence alone, like I said, he could have been that dude last night that guarded Kuminga last night. You know what I mean? Right. Kuminga went around the muck if Anunoby was playing last night. So but I got a feeling Julius might come back on the West Coast trip. He might come back right there on the 14th, the 18th. And that's that 14th, which is the Blazers. Then we go to Kings, we got the Warriors, then we got a Nugget. Then we come back home, which is good. We got the Nets, we got the Pistons again. We go up to Toronto, play quickly in them. Then we go to San Antonio, play Wendy Biamba in them. Then we got the Thunder at home. Then we go
that game with Toronto. I think Mitchell will be back by that 27. They said Woj Baum was he should be back by the end of the month. That is the end of the month, the 25th or the 27th. I think that's like I don't think he'll be back by San Antonio. I think he'll be back before San Antonio. So I think Mitchell will be back around the 25th to 27th, either against Detroit or I hope it's against Detroit. So we can be ready for the Raptors on the 27th.
Yeah, Johnny. 22 games left. We 35-25. 22 games left. We got to go 15-7. That give us
15-7.
15-7, and I think we can accomplish that. And I like I said, I really don't care where the Knicks end up at long day in the playoffs, not the play-in. I don't care where the Knicks. If Julius Randle and Anunoby come back, I don't care where the Knicks is at. I really don't care. I think that team is that good, and we just had to go out there and, you know, first of all, we ain't never scared. We ain't running from the smoke anyway. You know, we just got to go out there. You know, if we ain't in that we got to do just what we did to Cleveland last year. That's why I'm not scared. We didn't have home court advantage. We still beat Cleveland 4-1. You know what I mean? So we what we're gonna have to do is go in somebody's home court and steal a game from them. And we got a good team that can do that. But I would love to finish in that top 4-3. You know, and I know Boston playing good, but that don't mean they can't be beat, ladies and gentlemen. Playoff basketball is different from regular season basketball, because on any given night, anybody can whoop your butt because you ain't taking them that serious. But now when you get in that playoff and every game is win or go home, and I think that's a difference, man. When it's time for win or go home, we're gonna see who's like, look at who's who, because Miami Heat sent Boston home last year, and we damn near beat Miami last year. You know what I mean? We could have beat them. We wasn't injured, so. I think when we get to the playoffs, we'll be okay, man. And we'll take it from there. But listen, we'll see y'all definitely pregame on Sunday. The game is at 7:00 in Cleveland, and we'll see you cats roughly at 6:00. You know what it is, man. Same time, same channel. The Cleveland game, ladies and gentlemen, is 7:00 on Sunday. Yes, 7:00. So we'll be in at 6:00, man. We get a pop with the pregame, and then hopefully Knicks can go down in Cleveland and let them know this is for you and take that ass up out of there. That's what I'm hoping.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? But Sha, give me a last word. We're gonna get up out of here, my brother. For you, we can do what we gotta do.
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Thank you guys for coming in. You know, hit them likes and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And, you know, tell everybody about the replay game, man. You know what I mean? Come watch us. If you didn't check the game out, let the people know, hey, go check out Knicks Real Talk. They just had a show today. Replay game is sick. And we'll see you guys on Sunday at 6:00. Let's get it.
Yeah, salute to everybody in the chat. Johnny, AP, my man, peace to the God, Allah, now, my brother, Knicks are nice. Everybody, man, salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Andrew, salute to you. Like I said, everybody, man, y'all have a great enjoy the rest of your weekend, man. And we'll see y'all Sunday, man, 6:00. This Real Talk, Divine, Shaw Powers, the chat. We out of here, man. I'm gonna say peace.
Peace.
Knicks fans, yo, we coming hard.
Time for Knicks Real Talk. Newest question is the vibe. It's the truest God. The consumers, cause we outside. And I'm on the blue skies. That's how they night be live like a wire. Now we came to set the fire on fire. Trying to tip up, our feet tapping in the streets of Manhattan. And keeping the action. We leading up to Knicks and the heat, getting it cracking. We on that Friday night with the shit. We tripping the Nick trip. Whipping the whip like an Uber driver. Nicky Tubers, we live. Cause it's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. We say true to the brand. But we stand on business for the big fan. It's game time. We in the world most famous and real. It's about to lock your team up. Not disturbing just like a subpoena. You know the demeanor. Knicks fans feeling real giddy and litty. To the New York City, greatest lady to the city by 50. I'm about to get me a nice slice with the smart water I ice. I play the water with my smart device. But he is so smart. Life in the city so nice. They make it twice. We get a pop in the Apple Rock. At the whole at the pop and stop it on the Apple Rocket. And this Real Talk. Team streaming on YouTube.com. But you do the good news. Spot on. Dropping the ball. But the cop and the spots and dropping some of the hottest big content that's up in your head. Enough said. You know it's us still up in water. We about to get their bag. It looks like a cab to fly back to the triad with jet lag.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here. Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.